Hi, welcome back to Recapedia. In this episode, we're going to recap the animation Home on the Range. Please relax and enjoy the spoiler ride. Out in the Wild West, there was a ranch called Dixon Ranch, and it had a bit of a cattle conundrum. Alamida Slim, a notorious cattle rustler capable of stealing 500 cows in a single night, had made off with all of the cattle except one, Maggie. Now, we don't know if Maggie was just really good at hide and seek or if Slim had a soft spot for her, but she was the lone survivor of Slim's bovine heist. Mr. Dixon, the ranch owner, decided to sell Maggie to Pearl, a kind and elderly woman who ran a cozy little farm named Patch of Heaven near a noisy railroad track. Mr. Dixon, feeling defeated, bid farewell to Maggie and headed off to the Wild West to start anew, probably to open a yoga studio or something. Maggie quickly became the talk of the local animal town by showing off her tail and down sleight of hand tricks. Yep, she was a cow magician, and the other animals loved it. Until, of course, the local sheriff came trotting by to drop a not so magical news. Pearl had some serious debt issues with the bank, and they were about to swoop in and auction off her farm if she couldn't cough up $750 in 3 days. Ouch. Maggie, not one to let her new home go down without a fight, rallied her farm comrades. There was Grace, the happy-go-lucky cow, who thought she had the voice of an angel. Spoiler alert, she didn't. And Mrs. Calloway, a cow who took her role as a farm leader tad too seriously. So, the gang decided to mosey on down to town to try their luck at winning some prize money at the local fair. Meanwhile, there was Buck, the sheriff's horse, who spent his days daydreaming about being the real law enforcement hero. Poor Buck, dreams are free, but action, not so much. While the cows were away, a bounty hunter named Rico, who Buck idolized, came to town and dropped off a criminal for a reward. Rico, needing a new horse for his quest to capture Alamida Slim, snagged Buck. When Maggie learned that there was a $750 reward for Slim's capture, she hatched a plan to save Patch of Heaven. As they journeyed, Grace's horrendous singing drove Maggie and Mrs. Calloway nuts, and they passed by the Dixon Ranch, now owned by Mr. Yodeling. Maggie spills the beans about their past and how she narrowly escaped Slim's clutches by winning a prize at the fair. What are the odds? One fateful night, they hid among a herd of steers, and Slim appeared. He unleashed the yodeling song that sent all of the cows except Grace into a trance, making them dance like nobody was watching. Slim then blocked their path with a rock slide, thwarting Rico and his gang. As Rico debated his next move, Buck started chatting with Maggie and Mrs. Calloway through miming. Rico, being as sharp as a cactus, thought Buck was terrified of cows and sent him packing. Buck had other plans, though, determined to capture Slim and prove his worth. Maggie, Grace, and Mrs. Calloway tried to outpace Buck, but they had fallen out a torrential downpour. Mrs. Calloway accused Maggie of seeking revenge, and they spent the night under a massive rock. Come morning, they were awakened by Lucky Jack, a peg-legged rabbit with a peculiar tail, pun intended. He had lost his leg to a rabbit foot amulet and his home, an old mine, to none other than Alamida Slim. The cows asked Jack to lead them to the mine. In the mine, Slim revealed his backstory. Once a skilled cowboy and a ranch hand, he turned to cattle rustling when his talents went unrecognized. It turns out,
maybe they just didn't like your singing.
Slim had been stealing cattle from his former employers and using the proceeds to buy out their land under the guise of Mr. Yodeling. Talk about a double life. At the mine entrance, Slim's buffalo steed blocked Buck's path, allowing only cows inside. So Maggie, Grace, Mrs. Calloway, and Jack ventured in. Their plan to catch Slim involved using Jack's cutting tail as ear plugs. Creative, right? During Slim's cattle sale, he noticed 3 cows were missing. He set off to find them, and in a slapstick showdown, Grace crashed into Slim with a minecart, and Jack gave him a good bang on the head with a prospecting pan. They fled with Slim's posse hot on their hooves, riding a steam train. Bitter about being ditched by Rico, Buck managed to trick Rico's horse into making a run for it. When Rico spotted the chaos in the mine, he saddled up Buck, who was all too eager to help. But, plot twist, Rico worked for Slim. Slim, now in his Mr. Yodeling getup, left the cows stranded in the desert with the train while he attended the auction. The cows took charge, driving the train back to the farm, where they rallied the other animals to stand up to Slim. They say in the Wild West, even cows can be heroes, and these girls were about to prove it. The end. Hope you enjoyed this recap. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more amazing recap videos like these. Don't forget to also like this video and leave your thoughts and recommendations in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.